Driver of the number 29 CooperStandard Careers for Veterans Ford for Brad Keselowski Racing, Tyler Reddick. Welcome, Tyler. No, this is a pretty huge weekend for you and your sponsor. Big weekend for the sponsor, big weekend for you on the competition side. Look for that win to get in the chase. Talk about this exciting weekend for you.
Well, yeah, obviously, as I'm sure a lot of you know, it's Careers for Veterans 200, so it's a really big deal for CooperStandard, and obviously the Careers for Veterans program. So we got a lot on our shoulders. We have quite a good crowd we're going to have. We're going to have 3,000 people that are a part of CooperStandard that work for them that are going to be here, and we're going to have over 40 veterans that are going to do the national invocation for us. So yeah, we just need to go out there and win that race. That'd be great for our guys. We just got to go get it done.
Great. Thank you, Tyler. All right, we'll open it up for Tyler. We got Jim and Tyler with mics. Just raise your hand and give your name and affiliation. We'll start with the mic over here on the left.
Mike Brudenell from the Detroit Free Press. Brad seemed pretty excited about this whole weekend when he was driving the 1901 sweepstakes. But tell us what it's like to drive for Brad and how much input he really does have, and what you've garnered from him and learned from him as a young driver.
He's helped me a lot at a lot of these tracks, especially the first time around, picking up on little things and little areas you can use. Like obviously here, the bottom's a little flatter than the top half of the racetrack. And a lot of times you can use that to your advantage depending on how your vehicle handles, and even more so at the more technical tracks, just little things everywhere. And he really cares about this team, and he really cares about this race, obviously. It means a lot to him, so he wants to make sure that we do everything we can to win this race Saturday. So we just gotta get it done. I think we've had pretty good vehicles when we've come here in the past. The team has, and we had a pretty good truck here last year. So we just got to do our part, make sure everything's good. Obviously, qualifying is important, but I'd rather have a truck that races good than qualifies good, because sometimes here you can have a truck that qualifies good, but it's not too good in the race and traffic. So we just got to find the happy medium and find something that we're really, really comfortable in.
We got Lee on the right here, and then we'll go to Matt in the back.
Do you feel like you and Tyler Reddick are kind of competing right now to see who might get time in Penske's Xfinity car next year?
Me and who?
Is it? Sorry,
Oh.
you.
I was like, what?
No. Sorry, you and your teammate. Do you think you're going to be competing for that spot? Should it come open to a younger driver and not do another All-Star deal with it?
It's hard to say. I really haven't put that much thought into it at all. Really just been trying to focus on what's ahead of us right now, directly ahead of us. And obviously, the year hasn't gone the greatest for us points-wise. We've had a few races. We've had a few DNFs where we, just things didn't go our way. And last year, it seemed like everything went our way, and we were really good in points. So right now, we really got to win a race and got to get ourselves in the chase and focus on this year. I'm not really, that stuff's next year and beyond. But right now, it's most important to take care of what's right ahead of us and making sure we're doing everything we can right now.
We'll go Matt and Brian in the right.
Matt Crossman from NASCAR.com. TJ, still your spotter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk about what you're looking for in a spotter, and then describe your relationship with him, and if you have any funny in-race stories?
Well, he's done a really good job with helping me pick up on the racetracks too. Almost everywhere we go. Obviously, he's got a lot of races under his belt, and he does a really good job with Dale Jr. as well. But he's helped me a lot at just about anywhere when it comes to working the air to my advantage around other people at the bigger tracks, to where I need to be better on my line in the race or in practice. He's really spot on about that, and really good at giving out good information, like if I'm running the bottom and someone's coming on the top, letting me know what lanes are coming and going, and where I need to be better and what I need to do differently to possibly pick up some speed. So he's really helpful in helping us find all the speed that's out there on the track that we can find in our truck. And in the race, he's done an outstanding job of helping me learn and grow and understand, obviously, air, all the air out there, and working it to my advantage. And he's helped me just about in a lot of aspects. So it's been really great to have him on board since I've become a part of the team, and he's helped my learning process immensely too.
Where are you on the chatty scale in terms of how much you want to spotter talking to you or not talking to you?
I mean, when I first started racing, I thought it at first. When I came from dirt racing, I didn't have anyone talking in my ear. So at first, I think it kind of bothered me a little bit, and I just was still used to clearing myself a lot of times. But now, I'm not really that worried about it. I still do look in the mirror quite a bit, but obviously, I've just gotten more comfortable with the whole deal. Having a spotter, having mirrors, and the more he talks, the better. It keeps me better informed of what all's going on the racetrack and what's going on around me. So at first, I probably was more toward the side of, not as much, but now as much information as he can give me, it's all good information, and it's something I can absorb and take into while I'm doing the race.
Brian, and then we'll go Reed.
Brian Eberle, RubbinsRacing.com. Tyler, you kind of already talked how you think you need the win to make the chase grid. When you look at the 3 races coming up before that grid locks in, where do you think your best chance is to get that win, and just your outlook on all 3 tracks left?
Well, I think we have really good opportunities at the next 3 for sure. This is the one where if I could pick the 3 I'd like to win, this is the one I want to win the most for sure. Obviously, it's the next race for us, and obviously it's a really big deal for CooperStandard and the Cruise for Veterans program and our whole team. So this is the race of the 3 that I'd want to win the most for everybody. But it'd be great to win the last 3. I mean, you never know how it goes. We could find something. Obviously, the road course is different for a lot of these guys, and I've only had 1 road course under my belt last year, and I felt like we were pretty good right off the truck, off the hauler when we got there. And Chicagoland is a track we were good in practice. We just had some things not go our way in the race. We kind of got off strategy, and it was a fuel mileage race, and we ended up running second. But I think we have really good speed at these next 3 tracks. We just got to take advantage of what we got, put ourselves in the right position, because you never know how these races could play out. This could be a fuel mileage race. Canada could kind of be the same way, and so could Chicagoland as it did last year. So Doug Randolph and all the guys on the pit box do a really good job of calling the race and picking out what's going to happen and taking a strategy and sticking with it to the end of the race. And a lot of times it works out.
Reed?
Reed Spencer with NASCAR Wire Service. Tyler, with that sort of win or bust mentality, does that put more pressure on you, or does it sort of free you up to just go for it?
Well, to be honest, I've really tried to have the win or bust mentality all year long, understanding that if we win, it's easier than worrying about points all year long. But unfortunately, we've had opportunities to win, but we've had things just not fall our way, and in about every way it seems like they can. You getting wrecked or just have a caution come out or whatever it may be. So I feel like there's not a lot of pressure on us. This is something we've done before. We did it last year twice. It's something our team knows how to do. There's really no pressure. We just got to go out and do what we normally do and just have a good weekend, make no mistakes, which we've done before. So it's really no pressure. We're doing something we know how to do all year long, so we just go out and do our normal deal.
Go Wolfgang, and then Chris.
Wolfgang Monzer from Germany, Ranchput Press Agency. I think you have qualifying and race at the same day. Is this a hard pressure for you, all the shows at one day?
A lot of times, the way the truck series schedule is, we qualify and race on the same day. Obviously, it gives a little bit of a curveball to me. When you go out there, first time on the track for the day is qualifying when you got to be your fastest. But like I said, Doug Randolph, all the guys do a really good job of adjusting the truck and having it really close when we fire off in qualifying. And obviously here we're going to be doing a single lap qualifying. It's not going to be that round qualifying. We do a lot of the short tracks. So your laps, the 1 lap you do is going to be very important, and getting up to speed is going to be very important. So not a lot of pressure really. We've been able to do it pretty good all year long qualifying wise. We've been getting better and better. So it's just kind of up to what we got package wise and how good we are today after practice, feeling out what we got for a truck against the other guys.
Chris?
Chris Knight, CatchFence.com. Tyler, the draft is important here at Michigan International Speedway. How can you compare it to someone like Daytona and Talladega, where the draft is instrumental, and how crucial will that play a factor in tomorrow's race?
Well, as I kind of said earlier, I think you're going to have people that have trucks that qualify really good. Then you're going to have some people that have trucks that we're probably going to race better than they qualify. And obviously qualifying's great, but it only puts you up there for the start. And it seems like here at Michigan, the draft, as you said, really comes into play. And being able to have a vehicle that drives good in dirty air is going to be very important for us, and that's what we're going to be shooting for. So, like I said, practice is going to be important today. We're going to try and get out there, put ourselves in many positions we can to figure out our vehicle and how it drives in traffic. And I'm sure there are going to be plenty of opportunities because I'm sure there are going to be a lot of people out there as well doing the same thing, trying to figure out what how the truck's going to handle in traffic and how to make it better.
Okay, any other questions for Tyler? Got Kenny in the middle here.
Kenny Bruce with NASCAR.com. Tyler, you've talked about CooperStandard and their involvement here this weekend. Has Brad said anything to you guys about how big a weekend it is for him and for the organization overall?
I mean, I don't think he really has to. We all know how important it is. Every one of us do at the shop. CooperStandard's been a part of the team for a long time, and the Careers for Veterans program has been a part of the team for a while too. Since I've been here, obviously this is my first year driving their truck, but I've been a part of this team long enough to know how important it is to everybody. So it kind of goes unsaid how important this race is, and everyone understands and knows what this race means to Brad, to CooperStandard, and all the veterans that are going to be here, and the ones that are going to be at home watching that couldn't make it. So kind of goes unsaid how important this race is. We all understand what we got to go do, and hopefully we can do just that.